It was just last Saturday that I came back for the second day of the camp and climbed up Grindsbrook and then Crowden clough right up to Crowden Head, right in the middle. And I quite liked the look of the landscape around there, very remote. And it made me look at the map a bit. And there are a couple of areas in the middle which look very interesting. Can't find any YouTubes about people camping there, which could be a bad thing. And I can't find, there's no details about them. But what there is a couple of very interesting things. So we're going to go and look for them. Okay, he's thirsty. She's thirsty. So I'm following Grindsbrook along, probably a kilometre from the edge path. What the hell's this? Will you just look at this? Magnificent. Got land slap bang in the middle of it. Found a flat bit. That'll do me very nicely. Can't see another soul. And for once that's not my eyes. Time for a beer, I think, maybe. I might fly my drone instead. Just had a protein bar. It's now past.
Really good push up bra.
Got a new fire maple pot. I saw Simon with this last week. It's perfect size for my setup because everything nests inside it. It's a tiny bit taller than my other titanium mug, but it has a heat exchanger on the bottom, which is brilliant. So, beer time. Yeah, I'm going to go straight in with this one because I saw this. Asda, I think. According to Asda. Grindsbrook Brewing Company. Dulce de Leche Stout. Made with real Dulce de Leche stout, sweet caramel notes, and a gentle burnt smokiness from late addition roasted malts. Unfussy and easy drinking, despite its 8% ABV. Outside the tent, of course, because I don't want to put it all over the place. But it's fine. So let's have a go. Oh God, you can smell that alcohol. Blow my neck. It's a very, very strong stout. I don't even know what Dulce de Leche is. Oh, it's disappointing. The last few strong stouts I've had have sort of 7% plus. Haven't tasted really alcohol. This one's bucking the trend. Oh dear. I suppose I'll have to drink it. I want my cup of tea because I need to get some liquids in me. It's really warm. 24 degrees and it's after 8 o'clock. I've got the sun bashing straight onto me. Not very much wind. I can't check the forecast, but I know that tonight it's not going to be particularly cold and it's not going to be particularly windy. Well, that was the forecast. Looks like a completely clear blue sky today, so hopefully I'll get some star photos done, some night sight ones, if my phone will behave itself. Did some last time and they weren't particularly good, which was a shame. Alright, I'll drink this and make me cups of tea. I'll show you what I've got for tea. I've got some perfect cheddar cheese mash. And I know it's not lightweight, but I've got a Ben's plant powered tikka masala. So I'm going to have tikka masala and mashed potato. Why? Because I can. I have got some soups, if I want them. And I've also got this little lighter. Now, that's because in the morning I can never get my alcohol stove to light. It doesn't like it when it's cold, when the alcohol fuel's cold. But Kev Green has watched my last video and he said, I'll have to teach you how to use my own fire steels. And I thought, what? It's a fire steel, it's easy. But he recorded the video. You know, he didn't do YouTube or anything, but he took the time to record a video, and he's fired it over. It's brilliant. It's really, really good. I'll get his permission, and I will put his video on. Hello, Duncan. Yeah, do you know the number of people that commented on Duncan as we were coming up? Said, "Oh, I like your mascot. I like your little toy," which you didn't really like, did you? But yeah, what I should have done. Well, I said to one of them, I said, "Well, he's actually called Duncan," and she laughed. She thought that was very funny. But I've made a mistake, Duncan. Your eyes are a bit foggy, mate. What I've done, I'll put them on the screen now. I've made some cards. I suppose like a business card, but they're not a business card. They've got a QR code on them, which people can scan, which takes them to my YouTube channel. It is clever, isn't it? And the reason I've done that is because every single time I come out, people see my DJI microphone on, or they see I've got a camera in me. Say, "Oh, are you a YouTuber?" And of course, if they're out in the Peak District, then they're probably interested in the stuff that's on my channel because I do Peak District wild camping. Yeah. So when I say, "Oh, it's Phil Ward," WAUD, they all go, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." And you can just see like their eyes fogging over, thinking, "I'm not going to remember that." And they don't remember it, of course. But now I can say, there's a card. It's got it written on it, and it's also got a QR code. Looks a little bit professional. But Brian, I'm really sorry. I've missed you off it. And I've called you Brian again. But Duncan, I'm really sorry. I have missed you off it. So what we will have to do is either reprint them. I just got some card at home and I've got a colour laser printer which I printed them on. I'll have to reprint them saying Duncan is on there as well. Or I will have to change the homepage on my website because Duncan's a big thing, aren't you, mate? Yeah. So, did I find what I was looking for? No. I was looking for an aircraft crash site, a Rapide, I think it's called. Now I've got a map reference for it. I went to that map reference. Now I'm not saying that phones take you exactly to it, and I couldn't see any remains of it. Now there are two aircraft crashed up there, and if you read the reports about them, one of them, there must have been quite a bit of wreckage because they made them go up and strip it down, and amazingly put the bits of metal, the wreckage they took off it, into a bog. So it's up there somewhere, waiting to be, that will be exposed in the future. So why are there so many crashed aircraft in the Peak District? There are there's a couple of hundred that have crashed over the last 100 years. Not recently. And that's because recently we've just got better navigation methods. What the problem used to be was the aircraft would take off, and obviously part of the pilot and the navigator's skills that they have to learn to be a pilot is
how to plot a route, taking into account weather, etc. Now on a car, you're travelling along, and as the wheels turn, basically there's a counter that counts each time the wheel goes round, and that calculates your speed, and it gives you an approximation of the distance you've travelled, and that's how the odometer on a car works. But what do you do when there's no contact with the ground? Well, the aircraft use a similar kind of system. They have a little propeller at the front, and as it's moving forward, the propeller spins, and you count how many times the propeller's spinned, and you can approximate the speed, and then from that the distance that you've gone. But do you spot the problem? Because if the wind is blowing towards the aircraft, then the fan is going to, and the little propeller is going to go too fast. And equally so, if it's going from behind and pushing the aircraft along, it's going to reduce the speed that the fan goes at. Well, of course, they knew that, and they tried to make allowances for it, which they could do. But the weather is incredibly fickle. I mean, everyone talks about Kinder weather, and how whatever the weather forecast says, you go up to Kinder and it will decide what it's going to do. That is right. I mean, the Kinder weather is incredible for its individualness, let's say that. So if you're travelling along and the weather does change, even by a small amount, if you're going a long distance, and you haven't got any visual indicators, so you can't see, oh, we've just passed that building, we've just gone past that road, we've just gone past that river, which of course would be marked. That was the way that they would navigate. They would use those what they can see as well. But if the cloud dropped, which again it frequently does, I mean, Kinder's often you wake up to clag in Kinder. It's well known for it, as are lots and lots of hillsides. Well, what you are in that cloud when the clogs comes down. So if the aircraft's flying through that and can't see the floor, wind's changed, then they don't know how far they've gone, and they can look at the maps and sort of, as soon as they get an indication, correct it. But of course, what used to happen was they would be flying at night. They wouldn't be able to see the ground. Cloud would drop. Wind would change, even change direction, because changing direction would have an impact on it. And then a dirty great big hill like Kinder pops up, and the aircraft would fly straight into it. The two aircraft I was looking for, there were no casualties. I'll put some details on the screen now. And there were casualties, but not fatalities. So I failed at my mission to find the aircraft, but this is certainly not a failure. Lovely, lovely, lovely camp. Climbed up Grindsbrook, which is by no means easy. Going across the paths into the middle is not easy, especially when I picked water up then. I was carrying 6 kilograms extra. 4 kilograms extra, 2 litre bladders. So I was quite tired when I got to the campsite, but absolutely serene campsite. Not a sound, couldn't even hear sheep bleating in the background, just aircraft in the sky occasionally. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful camp. Got packed up this morning and basically just looked at the map. Where's the edge path? Let's walk across the edge path, which is what I did. And came out in the middle of the two forks of Grindsbrook. I'm going to go along here now, round Grinslow, and then straight back down to Edo. So, ace camp, fantastic. beautiful weather. I'd really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I've got a few new subscribers recently, which is really nice. Thank you very much. If you think your friends might be interested in a wild camping YouTuber, that's really my niche, please tell them. I'd love to get some to build the subscriptions up. It's not why I do it though. If you want to subscribe to my channel, click on my face here, and well, actually it's going to be down there now because I'm quite far away. And if you want to see my other wild camping videos, that's up here. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.